The US Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, has finally issued a detailed guidance on the implementation of the controversial $100,000 H-1B visa fee. Basically, this is the first time that the Trump administration has actively clarified doubts about the H-1B visa fee hike, one that was announced by the US President just last month and was equivalent to around 90 lakh Indian rupees for employers sponsoring technically skilled foreign workers. In its latest guidance, the USCIS has highlighted the exceptions as well, meaning the $100,000 fee will not apply to anyone already in the United States on a valid visa. That includes F1 student visa holders, L1 intra-company transferees, and current H-1B visa holders seeking renewals or even extensions. Now remember, the visa fee hike has impacted multiple stakeholders. This includes business groups, lawmakers, and analysts. They have argued that the recent updates to the H-1B visa fee was poorly conceived and implemented. But finally, thousands of Indian professionals and US employers have more clarity. Do note that the USCIS update has arrived after more than a month of a September 19 presidential proclamation. The update explains who must pay the fee, when it applies, and how employers can seek more exemptions. So who pays and who is exempt from the H-1B visa fee? To begin with, who must pay the $100,000 H-1B visa fee? All new H-1B petitions filed on or after September 21, 2025. Petitions for workers outside the United States without a valid H-1B visa. Petitions requesting consular or port of entry notification for workers in the US. Petitions where a change of status or extension request is denied. The other big question being who is exempt? H-1B holders with currently valid visas. Petitions submitted before 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time on September 21, 2025. Petitions seeking an amendment, change of status, or even extension or stay inside the United States where approval is granted are also exempt. Remember, the H-1B visa petition proclamation imposing this $100,000 fee took effect on September 21st this year. Soon after, it sparked confusion among technology firms, even US employers that rely heavily on Indian talent, because the H-1B program has continued to be the primary route for high-skilled professionals from India to work in the United States for decades. And employers seeking such an exception must send their requests and supporting documents to the Department of Homeland Security website. Interestingly, the USCIS has also highlighted that exceptions are extraordinarily rare and they can only be granted by the Secretary of Homeland Security under extraordinary circumstances. So when does the fee become mandatory? The fee becomes due if the requested change or extension is denied or if the worker departs the United States before a decision is made. Clearly, the fee also does not apply to H-1B holders with valid visas or to petitions submitted before September 21st this year. Now to an equally important aspect. How must employees pay? Employers are required to pay the fee online through the federal government's payment portal. It should be noted that the USCIS has only come up with a detailed guidance, meaning there's no change to the existing presidential proclamation on the H-1B visa fee hike that was announced last month. This even as critics argue that the update has disrupted businesses and employees. Moreover, the outcomes of such a decision are still believed to be counterproductive to talent and innovation. Critics highlight several reasons why the update is problematic. That includes the disruption it causes for businesses and employees and potentially counterproductive outcomes. Moreover, the $100,000 fee is seen as enormously expensive. This especially for startups and small to mid-sized companies, all of whom depend on foreign talent but lack the budget of large corporations. As already argued by the US Chamber of Commerce, that this will cripple smaller businesses in the United States. Remember, the US Chamber of Commerce is a leading business advocacy group. It was the latest to sue the Trump administration among the multiple lawsuits, especially triggered since the rollout of the $100,000 visa fee update. Opponents argue that expect this steep fee to now give other countries a competitive edge over the United States. And that includes countries with more accessible immigration pathways such as Canada, Germany, and the UK.
Been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.